Okay, so I want to mention one last property of Modbus TCP/IP network communication that's a really, really interesting property. Remember, with RS-485, a master would have to send a request and then wait on a response, and it can't do anything else before it gets back a response, or there's some sort of timeout. All right. However, with Modbus TCP/IP, what can happen is this. A Modbus client can initiate several Modbus messages with a remote server without waiting for the end of the previous one. So for instance, this client here could send multiple Modbus messages. It could be read input registers, read coil status, one after the other, and it doesn't have to wait for a response or a timeout. It just sends them, and whenever it gets them, it gets them. All right. Similarly, it can send a request to this server and then send a request to that server, right, without waiting in between. It doesn't have to send a request to this server, wait for it to respond, then send a request to this server, wait for it to respond. It just sends the requests and it gets back the responses because one server may take longer than the other and so on. But the way that Modbus TCP/IP is arranged and works is a slight variation from the normal Modbus RTU protocol in the sense that it uses some sort of tagging to actually know what queries match what responses. Okay, so this is a very, very important property, and it allows much faster communication to take place on the network. So you could exchange Modbus messages between clients and servers much more rapidly than using RS-485. Okay.